Chassidus and Chizzuk on the Parsha.
Yay.
Parsha Shemot. Sorry for the 2-week vacation. It happens, but B'ezras Hashem will never happen again. We have one very long piece from Rabbi Nachman this week. It's a life-changing piece, so we'll get to that very soon. In the meantime, we're going to start with the Tziyon. I took out the end of a very long piece he was talking about Moshe Rabbeinu and a whole big long Indian, but this last piece and the end of it was just a beautiful piece on Eretz Yisrael. So he says like this in the Tziyon, the first piece on the right. Ukidvarim halal ukatov Rav Yaakov Emden, the parish of Sidur on this. In the parish of Rav Yaakov Emden Siddur, he writes like this. And with regards to Birchas Hamazon, right? We know Birchas Hamazon in the bracha of Nodeh, not the bracha, the paragraph of Nodeh. First, we thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for Eretz Yisrael, and then we thank him for Matan Torah. Right, let's quickly go through ahead. Right? So historically speaking, that doesn't make any sense. Historically speaking, which is really another bracha, but that should be at the end. Historically speaking, that comes after everything. That's right before we go into Eretz Yisrael. The Torah they gave us, that was in the Midbar. That's before we even get to the Midbar. We're talking about Mitzrayim. So why are we putting the Torah first? Why are we putting the Torah before everything else? Eretz Yisrael before everything else? Chronologically speaking, everything's in order up except for this beginning part. So what's going on? The order over here isn't proper at the quotation marks. The order over here isn't proper. The conquering of Eretz Yisrael, when we really inherited the land, only happens after we get the Torah. It should be at the end, like we just asked. The answer is that the receiving of Eretz Yisrael happened before the giving of the Torah in terms of tachlis, the order of importance. The order of importance is that Torah comes before Eretz Yisraal. You want to open the door? Open it.
Wait.
The order of the Eretz Yisrael comes before Torah. Right. The Eretz Yisrael comes before the Torah.
Why didn't we go to Israel first to receive the Torah there?
Why don't we go to? Because there's certain steps you have to take. But what Yaakov is saying is that the Eretz Yisrael is the most important part of it. Because this is the most important condition to accepting HaKadosh Baruch Hu is because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is called the God of the land. And this is what the Ramban discusses in Sefer Vayikra. So you can look over there if you want more of a hezber and more of an explanation to what's going on with this discussion. The whole purpose of Yetziat Mitzrayim was in order that we should be able to inherit the land and to receive it and be able to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu properly, b'shleimus, with the most perfect ways of serving Him. If the im lo came without this, lo hutzach lo tziyam, because if it wasn't for this, HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't have to take us out. Because if it wasn't for the need for Israel, we could have served HaKadosh Baruch Hu Mitzrayim. We see the other religions, they don't have to go to a specific land. The Catholics don't have to be in Rome in order to serve anything, whatever you want to say it is they're serving. The Buddhists don't have to be in Asia. Right? Other religions don't have to be in specific places. Therefore, they can serve Him. So too with Israel. If it wasn't for the importance of Eretz Yisrael, we could have just stayed in Mitzrayim. And so therefore, we see just how important Eretz Yisrael is. Eretz Yisrael is such an important cornerstone to our avodas Hashem that HaKadosh Baruch Hu changed nature, changed the whole way the world works in order for us to get there. Okay, that's the concept of Eretz Yisrael. Now we're going to get to Rabbi Nachman. This is a very, very important piece. Inyan zeh ra'o ra'iti. Right? It's double lashon of avaisa. Inyan zeh l'chapes tamid hatov sh'Yisrael u'lamid aleim schus tamid. The whole concept of this saying over here in the pasuk over here is that it's the most important thing for a person to do in their life is to find an akuda tova, a good thing about another Jew, and to learn a zchut on them. I mean, to be down the cup zchut to them, to judge them properly, to judge them fairly. This is a deep matter. It's a very lofty matter, and it's the deepest thing that exists. There's many different levels of serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu this way. We see so much so that there are even certain tzadikei hador, certain world leaders, Jewish leaders, who weren't able to teach to be lamed zchut onto people properly. Kamamar Rabbeinu Zal, Rabbi Nachman discusses another place that Yeshayahu and Hosea were not treated, were given specific decrees onto them as from HaKadosh Baruch Hu because they didn't speak to Am Yisrael in the proper way. They didn't learn a schut onto Am Yisrael. They didn't find in the Kriyat Tova a good point in Am Yisrael. The main reason that we were able to be redeemed from Mitzrayim was through this act. Through the awakening of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's rachmim on Am Yisrael, and him wanting to look at the good. Right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu very much, if he wanted to, he could look at the bad. He could look. We do a lot of bad. Fortunately, it's reality. We're human beings, and therefore we sin. It's not a bad thing. It's something that we can fix. HaKadosh Baruch Hu can focus only on that. That's the way that some people live their lives. Some people live their lives. They're very pessimistic people. They live their lives. They're constantly focusing on the negative things. So, oh man, that ice cream was great, but X, Y, Z. Oh man, that baseball game was so much fun, but X, Y, Z. Everything about their lives is depressing because they're constantly focusing on the bad. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu could focus on Am Yisrael the whole time we're in Mitzrayim and say, oh my gosh, look at these people. There's a medrash that says that Am Yisrael were the ones who actually they created avodah zaras for themselves. It wasn't that Mitzrayim was the only people doing avodah zarah. People in Am Yisrael were the ones serving idols also. Right, but instead of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he chose and his rachmim was awakened when we were crying out to him, and he looked at the good. He sakel rak al tov, kamosha katuv ra'o ra'iti. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu saw. V'dash Rabbeinu Ten Zal shtei re'iyos ani ro'eh. Chazal teach us that there were two seeings that HaKadosh Baruch Hu saw. There are two things that HaKadosh Baruch Hu saw. What were they? We're in Rabbi Nachman. We're in Rabbi Nachman. Our whole existence right now is in Rabbi Nachman. Ro'eh ani. I see. This HaKadosh Baruch Hu speaking. Ro'eh ani. I see. Shesofan lachto va'av al pichein ra'iti etz oni amil zchut sheyikablu haTorah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees one thing. What does he see? That Am Yisrael is going to sin in the future. It's a mitzvah. It's a reality. There's no changing that fact. Am Yisrael sins. Period. That's what we do. However, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in all his great wonder, effervescent, omnipotent, effervescent I think means to smell. Bubbly. I don't know. It has nothing to do with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And it probably has everything to do with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but it has nothing to do with that right now. The eternal existence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't just see the fact that Am Yisrael is going to sin in the future. I can look at my dog and I'm going to say he's going to scratch himself in the future. That's very easy for me to say that Am Yisrael is going to sin in the future because it's part of our nature. It's reality. We have Yeridas. That's what Rabbi Nachman always says. We're going to have Yerida. It's going to happen. But what HaKadosh Baruch Hu in his ultimate greatness is able to do, which we have to learn from, is he also sees us. Look at it inside again. Ra'o ani shesofan lachto afapichin ra'iti. Es oni ami. I see that my nation is suffering. U'zchut sheyikablu haTorah. But they have a zchut that they're going to receive the Torah. Va'yidei zeh ru'uyim l'geula hainu kanal. And therefore, even though we're going to sin in the future, even though bad things are going to happen in the future, because we're suffering, we're crying out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu through tefillah, and because of the fact we're going to receive the Torah ourselves, HaKadosh Baruch Hu was able to come and redeem us from Mitzrayim. The whole argument, this is a ridiculous thing. HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes to Moshe Rabbeinu in a fiery bush, and he comes to him and he says, "What? Do something." It doesn't make a difference what the shlichut was for. It doesn't make a difference what the message was for. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes right now and says, Zakfer, go do something, what are you going to say? You're going to nod your head. You're not even going to talk because your mouth is dead. What's the Moshe Rabbeinu say? I don't know. He starts to scout. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I don't think I'm going to do it. What the heck? L'fachot Yonah Hanavi got in a boat and didn't say anything. Moshe Rabbeinu was like, hey,
no, he still showed that, he said that he Hineni, which we already know is that willingness to do whatever.
Shkoyach, but he's like, I don't want to. Hineni, I'm here. I'm willing to do it as long as it's not, the craziest thing in the world. But of course, that's out of control. So what's actually going on here? So that's not what's going on here. Of course, Hineni is a willingness. But what's going on here? He was willing. So why doesn't he say yes? So Rabbi Nachman explains exactly why he doesn't say yes. That's why we have Rabbi Nachman. Because right now we're in the essence of Rabbi Nachman. No, we're in Rabbi Nachman.
In.
What was going on? Moshe Rabbeinu saw, because he also knew he was not blind nor was he dumb. He saw that Am Yisrael was going to be sinning, they were going to break. That's a beautiful thing. If you believe that you can break and you believe that you can destroy yourself through sinning, that you can also rebuild and refix yourself. So Moshe Rabbeinu didn't understand that part yet. He only saw that Am Yisrael was going to be destroying themselves. They're going to sin. They're going to be stiff-necked. They're going to be T-neck. T-neck is stiff-neck. Stiff-neck. Stiff-neck people. It was so hard for him. What do you mean, HaKadosh Baruch Hu? I'm going to take these people out of Mitzrayim. They're the biggest sinners in the world. These people stink. And I'm going to take them out of Golos. I'm going to take them out of Golos and bring them into Eretz Yisrael, the land of the most beautiful essence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the place where you see HaKadosh Baruch Hu living mamish. I'm going to take these people out of Mitzrayim. What the heck are you thinking, HaKadosh Baruch Hu? That's Moshe Rabbeinu. That's what he named it. Yes, he has a ratzon to be doing HaKadosh Baruch Hu's will. However, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what are you doing? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You're going to take Am Yisrael out of Mitzrayim? They're not perfect yet. There's nothing good. Forget perfect. There's nothing good about them. So let's continue. What does HaKadosh Baruch Hu respond to them? And that's why this matter of being down the Chav Schus and finding a Nekuda Tov in every single Jew, that's why this is the most deep and the most important inyan in all of Judaism. And this is the whole thing that happens. I'm sorry. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Moshe Rabbeinu, you shut up. He didn't say that. He said, Moshe Rabbeinu, that's not true. He said to them, look at the good. Stop being a pessimist, Moshe Rabbeinu. You spent your whole life in a golden palace. Then you came to Yisro, and all of a sudden you find a beautiful wife. Your life has been relatively good, except for the fact that you were chased out of the palace by your father, grandfather, step-grandfather. And you didn't have a mother. But relatively speaking, he had a nice life. Okay, maybe he didn't. Moshe Rabbeinu was looking at negative. He wasn't looking at the good. It's very simple. I'm not going to make anything pretty about this. It's cliche. He was looking at the bad, not at the good. And therefore, Kadosh Baruch Hu says, what the heck are you thinking? Don't give kindness to me that I'm wrong. I'm looking at Am Yisrael and I'm only seeing perfection because I'm seeing good. We're going to explain how this works in terms of how this actually comes to fruition. This is what's happening when the stick becomes the snake. What's going on here? What's going on? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the stick to the snake, snake to the stick to the thing. What's going on? That's the most ridiculous thing in the world. So Rabbi Nachman explains in this beautiful, beautiful way of what's going on here. He was trying to tell Moshe Rabbeinu, stop talking bad about Am Yisrael and say something good finally. I skipped again.
Oh, you're right. No, you're good.
I'm good. And therefore, he continues only after he slows the snake down, as he say, pick the snake back up and let it become a staff again. He's going to explain what's going on here. Then it's very simple to turn the snake into a staff. The staff is something that's strong. It's something that's upright. You can lean on it. You can rely on it. It's good. There's nothing wrong with the staff. Nothing can ever go wrong with it unless it breaks. But the mata, being that it's called a mata, isn't broken right now. And therefore, it's a wonderful item that can help people around you. If you've ever been on a hike before, it's always nice to have a walking stick. Right, that's a mata. That's a stick. A lot of discussions of what exactly a mata is, what its purposes are, but the basic definition of mata, it's a walking stick. It's a wonderful thing to help you along. That's a healthy person. A healthy person, Avi Cohen, is a walking stick. I can lean on him. I can hold him in my hand and walk with him on a hike, and I will not fall. I will not falter. Baruch Hashem, it'll all be good. That's Avi Cohen. However, I'm a walking stick right now, let's say. I get thrown to the ground. Boom, I become a nachash. It's very easy, I become a nachash. The Balatani, the Lubavitch Rebbe, the Alter Rebbe, not the Lubavitch, the Alter Rebbe, the first Lubavitch Rebbe, the Rebbe Miliadi. He explains in the Tanya that a person can very quickly go from pure Yetzer Tov to pure Yetzer Hara. It's just two different levels of service. It's like I'm taking a machine gun and putting it from, I was about to do a car example, but I forgot the words. It's like taking a machine gun and putting it from automatic to semi-automatic. It just switches. It's a whole different way of living your life. Right now I'm being completely ruled by my Yetzer Tov. And in a split second later, I can be completely ruled by my Yetzer Hara. The same thing over here. At one point, Abi Cohen could be a mata. At one point, Yonah Friedman can be a mata, a walking stick. And a split second later, someone can take me, throw me down into the dust, throw me down into the dirt, and I become a nachash. I become a dirty, vile animal who, when he bites me, it makes a hole, and the poison spreads all the way through my body, slowly, and makes me the atzvos. Rabbi Nachman talks about the snake, Kabbalah talks about the snake, Chassidus talks about the snake, Torah, Judaism talks about the snake being this disgusting thing that causes sadness, it causes poison. It's when you do a wrong thing, when you do a chait, it's called the nachash. Nachash bit you. The zuma, the dirt of nachash gets stuck to you because it punctures and it hurts, but you focus there. Well, it begins to slowly creep through your whole essence, and that's the problem with the snake. That's the problem with chait. However, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it sounds very horrible, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells Moshe Rabbeinu, chait's not so bad, because all you have to do is pick the snake up. You just pick it up by the head, by the end, any part of the snake. You pick up the nachash, and what happens? It becomes a mata again. Looking inside, this changes the way you have to look at the world and the way you look at people. Even in a tkufa, even in a time period where unfortunately it happens, Rabbi Nachman says, even in a time of Yerida, even a time of kilkul, where your whole spiritual soul is broken and feeling down. I'll check the time here, I'm sorry. Oh, kind of good. Let's finish this. We can never finish it, because it's a voda forever. The tzaddik can always come to Yonah Friedman when he's stuck on the ground like a nachash, like this. He comes and he picks me up, very slowly, picks me up. It doesn't say how high Moshe Rabbeinu lifted up the nachash. It doesn't say he had to pick it up to above his head and became a nachash. It said he picked him up. He lifted him up a little bit. Who says, who defines what's happening? Come in right now and sit down. It's not talking about the biggest avoda. It's not making a person yechozer b'tshuva the whole way. It's saying, you're a Friedman. You have pretty eyebrows sometimes. That's an akuda tova maybe. I don't even know if I have pretty eyebrows. I'm not the judge of these things. However, maybe for someone that works. Maybe for someone going to that person and saying, you are doing something that's positive in your life, even if it's the smallest thing in the world. What does Moshe Rabbeinu do with that? He takes the nachash. He takes this dirty, disgusting, slithery, slimy, gross, scary, poison-filled, disgusting, I'm going to say it again, thing, and makes it into a staff. It makes it into an Avi Cohen walking stick. And continuing to the end of this. When a person sees the mata on the floor, when you see the nachash on the floor, when you see the snake, it's dead on the floor and it's biting someone. Right now, I'm biting Avi Cohen and I'm getting the poison. So what does Avi Cohen have to do? He needs a walking stick. He doesn't need a snake. No one needs a snake. Snakes do nothing but eat rats. So Avi Cohen says, I'm not a rat. I need a walking stick. So what does he say? He says, Yonah Friedman. Oh my gosh, sometimes you blink. I don't know if that's good about me. I'm sure there are. I'm being just stupid enough right now. Yonah Friedman, sometimes you play guitar nicely. Oh my gosh, you just changed my whole world. I'm a walking stick now. But to take it even further, Nachman discusses in so many different places that when I change a person's life by finding an akuda tova, not looking at Yonah Friedman and saying, you're a dirty, filthy, disgusting, poison-filled snake. I don't care about my pace being out. They should be out all the time. When I'm looking at the snake, when I'm looking at things, they should go back now. When I'm looking at the world, if I'm looking at the world positively, not only can I make the world do tshuva, not only can I make the world become a more simchadik place, but I become more simchadik as well. Why? Because instead of having a nachash biting at my thigh, I have a walking stick now. And I have something that I can rely on. Because the whole purpose of being a walking stick isn't for me to be a stick. Who needs a stick? The purpose of me being a walking stick is to help the next person walk away. So when I'm looking b'dan l'kav schus to the whole world, not only am I helping that person, but in essence I'm helping myself. In the words of Rav Gerzi, it's not for you, it's for me! That's what Rav Gerzi says. It's not for you, it's for me. When I do chesed, when I do things, it's to make myself a better person. It lifts me up. And it's like Moshe Rabbeinu, only then was he able to become the goal of Yisrael, was he become the leader of Am Yisrael. This discussion goes on for much, much longer. This is almost every single piece Rabbi Nachman discusses. This is Rabbi Nachman. When you look like a HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees two things. Yes, there's a reality. The reality is that there are negative things in the world. Look beyond it, and it doesn't become reality anymore. And you lift up the world while doing that. So you should to live in Eretz Yisrael, like Tziyon says, that the whole purpose of Yadut is that the whole purpose of Eretz Yisrael is to become a Shalom Yid, to become a Yid who can truly serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's no other place to do that. If we didn't need Eretz Yisrael, we could still be Mitzrayim. There's no point. Eretz Yisrael is the place to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu properly. And Eretz Yisrael is the makom where you have to have Nekuda Tova. Zvat Chalav Udvash, these are things that are mamish feces of existence. Zvat Chalav is the sweat of the milk. But it's filth. But that's the biggest compliment. because Rabbi Nachman says you look at it with Nekuda Tova. You look at the most beautiful points of every single thing, and that's how you raise it up. So you're zocha to Mekayim all these things from Rabbi Nachman. Get out of here! I'm going to bite you like a snake. And Be'ezrat Hashem, we should bring the world out of mitzvah.